Today I'll be taking Preludes by T.S. Eliot. Preludes is made up of four poems written by the modernist poet T.S. Eliot. Broadly speaking, Preludes is about the drudgery, waste, and isolation of modern urban life. The unnamed city in which the poem is set is a grimy, dingy place in which people unthinkingly partake in monotonous daily routine. So, the poem, the first prelude describes the winter evening in a house in the back street of the metropolis. It is 6 o'clock of a smoky town. Outside in the street, a gusty shower is driving away dry leaves and bits of newspapers. The showers of rain beat on the broken blinds and chimney pots. As at the street corner, a lonely cab horse steams and stamps. Then the lamps are lighted. The second prelude describes the morning scene when one smells beer from the streets covered with sawdust. The street is trampled by the dirty feet of the crowd going to the coffee stand early in the morning. One can easily think of all the hands raising dark and dingy window shades in 1,000 furnished rooms. It is the time for beginning our activities for the busy day. The third section of the poem describes a woman tossing her blanket from the bed. She is awake and lying on her back. She is in a mid doze. She is contemplating the experience of last night. The images of the last night's activities are short lived, like the flicker of light on the ceiling. The morning is greeted by the sparrows chirping in gutter. The woman sits on the edge of the bed. She cuts the papers from her hair. She grasps yellow soles of her feet with the palm of both her dirty hands. In the fourth section of this poem, the soul of the street is described. The street is also looking up to the sky. At night, the street is trampled by 1,000 feet rushing. These city dwellers clutch tobacco pipes and keep evening newspapers. Their eyes are full of containers in certain matters. Commenting of these scenes, the poet says that when he thinks of these squalid scenes and images, his mind is filled with the picture of an extremely gentle thing subject to endless sufferings. But there is no reason, but there is no room for shedding false tears here. If one has to survive, one has to endure all these scenes. One has simply to laugh at these scenes. The dull and monotonous life of these people can be compared to the life of an old woman who gathers fuel in vacant corners to earn her living. So, the winter, now I am coming to the lines. The winter evening settles down with the smell of sticks in passageways. 6 o'clock. So, in the first stanza, the poet is describing you the evening time. Settle down means becoming stable. Smell is the odor. Passageways are the corridors. Burnt out means smoked. Ends are the ends of cigarette. Smoky, full of smoke. Gusty, full of gust. Shower, you understand. Wraps, scatters around. Grimy, dark and dirty. Scrap is the waste. Vacant lots are the lonely places or corners. Blinds are here means windows. Chimney pots are the chimney tops. Cab horse. Steams means breathing heavily. Stamps means to kick. Stamps means to kick. So, in the first part of this poem, the poet presents sordid, dirty scenes of a metropolitan town. He says that the winter evening in a metropolitan town has its own peculiar identity. It has its own special characteristics. The first thing noticeable is the odor of sticks in the passage, odor of the meat. At 6 o'clock, you can see the burnt out portions of cigarettes in the passage and on streets. It shows that people have been smoking the whole day and throwing away the ends there. The gusty shower carries away dry and withered leaves about your feet. It also flies newspaper pieces from God knows where, and soon you see them flying in the air. It is followed by winter showers which strike against broken windows and chimney pots. At the corner of the street, we can see a horse smoking and stamping the wet earth. Soon the lighting of the lamps follows. The dingy darkness is lighted. Now he is describing you the sordid atmosphere that prevails in the modern towns, because he is a modern poet, and he talks about the impacts and ill effects of the industrialization in the urban life. So he is T.S. Eliot is greatly influenced by the Imagist movement, whose chief supporter in the contemporary England was Edith Sitwell. Eliot was also an assistant editor of The Egoist, in which the essays on imagism were published. An imagist carefully selects the images relevant to his subject, heaps them in proper form, and so connects them in poetic form that the reader is able to get the required impression without the comment by the poet. In Preludes, T.S. Eliot merely wants to create the impression of the sordid nature of a metropolitan town. This impression is created by giving details in no sense attractive or beautiful, because he is talking about the sordidness, and so the images are also not associated with pleasant things. And in the second stanza, he is talking about the morning time. The morning comes to consciousness. Comes to consciousness means senses. Of faint stale smells of beer. Faint means light. Stale means stale, you understand, basi. Sawdust here means dust. Trampled, full of trods, कुचला हुआ. Muddy, full of mud. Masquerades, variety show, deception. Resumes means to acquire again, to resume. Dingy, dark and dirty. In these lines, the poet describes the morning scenes in metropolitan town. The poet says that the morning in a metropolitan town is distinct, different from the one that we find in the countryside. One can always have the smell of the beer. The whole thing appears so stale on the dust-covered street. Human beings with muddy feet press for a cup of coffee in early mornings. Besides, there are other scenes associated with morning in a town. Thousands of furnished rooms in the metropolitan town, such as London, exhibit millions of hands who are busy since morning. Eliot is an urban poet. He observes a metropolitan town such as London or Paris from close quarters. He draws dull and daub description of the town. It is a most unattractive and stale. There is nothing refreshing about the whole description. So he is, in the present poem, telling you the sordidness of the urban life as against the countryside. And today we have completed two stanzas. Tomorrow I'll be taking the other two stanzas and we will complete the poem. Thank you.